Greetings, Dwayne, CFRN. But you knew that, didn't you? All right, let's do a real quick recap of everything that happened in the live. Nope. Back up. We are going to do a quick recap of the Concierge Trade Alerts from last night. I did a standalone video Monday. I did a standalone video Tuesday. I did a standalone video Wednesday. And now that the partners meeting is over, I'm going to do a standalone video for Thursday. And I'll do one for tomorrow as well. So you'll have a full week. Now this is a complement to the new format for the trial for the Concierge Trade Alerts. It still costs $1, but there's no automatic rollover at the end of the trial. At the end of your 5 consecutive trading days, which means if you start on a Wednesday, it's going to run through Tuesday. If you start on a Thursday, it's going to run through Wednesday. If you start on a Friday, it's going to run through next Thursday. Unlike the past, where you were given 24 hours to mull it over, and then you had to either log in and unsubscribe, or do nothing, and it would automatically put you on the quarterly subscription. So we did away with that because a lot of people just said, you know, I've known you guys forever, I trust you, but I know that if my credit card gets zapped right now, even by accident for $1,500, I can't cover it, and I'd look stupid at my bank, and I'm just afraid for that to happen. So Michael and I discussed it and said, you know what, let's just do this for a limited time. We lifted the automatic rollover. We simply put the word out, if you sign up for the Concierge Trade Alert trial, at the end of 5 days, it won't roll over after a day of thinking about it. It'll just stop. Like that. I paused for dramatic effect. In other words, you won't get any more alerts. Now you'll have plenty of time, all the time you need, I guess, to think about what life was like when you were getting the alerts and what it's like now that you aren't getting the alerts. Now I have encouraged everyone to trade in SIM during the course of the alerts, of the alert trial, not because I have any lack of confidence in the methodology, but because I want to make sure that you fully understand what it means, how it works, all the ramifications, everything before you put one thin dime of real money into the markets. That's why in our 90-day mentoring program, we require that you actually have 10 consecutive days of consistent profitability. 10. Nobody can get lucky 10 days in a row. Anybody can have a lucky day or 2 lucky days. At a stretch, you might catch 3 lucky days. But beyond that, you actually know a little bit about what you're doing. And when you manage to string together 10 days in a row, well, that's evidence that you really do know something. And at that point, the blueprint gives you the green light to go live with one contract. Okay? Now, if you decide to become a Concierge Trade Alert client, you will have access to the live trading room. You will have access to the indicator set. You'll have access to a lot of the things that partners have access to. One thing you won't own the indicator set for life, because you're sort of renting everything on a month-to-month basis, which maybe is not a bad way to start, till you make some kind of a decision or commitment that, hey, this is really working for me. For the first time, I found something. It's really working for me. I've put it through its paces for a full month, and I'm really pleased, and I want more. Okay? And really, those are the kind of subscribers, clients, partners, community members that we want. People who are kind of on fire because they found something that's logical, that makes sense, that they can understand. It's not crazy expensive, and they don't have to go out and buy all kinds of data feeds and indicators and oscillators and MACDs and, oh my goodness, advanced declines. And we provide you with all the tools that you need. We provide you with the knowledge that you need. What you have to do is you have to show up, be willing to put on and take off trades until you reach your goal for the day. You have to learn patience and discipline. You have to learn how to write a business plan, how to write a trading plan, and then how to follow it to the T. Okay? Sounds easy, but trading's not easy. However, it can be simple. Everything that we do, everything that Michael and I have done, has been to illuminate that very topic. Trading is not easy, but it can be simple. If right now it seems very complicated and very confusing, I dare say that was done to you by someone on purpose. I don't know who, it's not my business, but if trading from where you sit in any way seems confusing or complicated or even hard, then you really need to take a trial with us. Spend a week and see how our laid-back approach works. Yes, we do use aggressive risk management, but we're pretty laid back. We're kind of like that guy, what's his name? He's saying Jimmy Buffett. We're that kind of laid back in a hammock with a guitar. So if you haven't had a trial, go to apply.cfrn.net. Now, the Concierge Trade Alert trial, that's a horse of a different color. Let me show you what I mean real quick. You start out with a blank canvas and you type emini.cfrn.net. Why? Because when you hit enter, where it takes you, there's no way you're going to remember all that. Now you can bookmark the page if you want, but as you scroll down, you'll see some of the different products and services we offer and what they cost and all that kind of stuff. But where I want your attention to go to is right here. Go straight to the $1 for 5 days trial. Okay? This is our cream of the crop Concierge Trade Alert product. All right? If you click on this, it's going to take you here. And I've obviously gone to that page 12 times, showing people how to get there. You only want it to say one. Okay? 1 week of Concierge Trade Alerts for just $1. Includes 5 days of alerts and 3 classes for just $1. Limited offer. Act now. And then you just check out with PayPal, and if you don't have a PayPal account, you can check out and pay the buck with your credit card. Okay? Now, what will happen is I want you, after you do that, I want you to send an email to support@cfrn.net, because we get so many emails a day from PayPal. It's easy that yours could get buried in that conglomeration. So just send an email, and in the subject line say something like, hey guys, and then in the body, I just paid the $1, signed up for the 5-day trial. Please get me going as soon as you can. And we'll immediately add you to the master email list. And then I will send you a copy of the alerts that have gone out so far this week. But that won't count against your 5 days. Tomorrow begins your first day of your 5-day trial. Along with that, I will send you the link and the password to get in to the live training room tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is the end of the week. Every week, the link and the password to the training room changes. Okay? So, Sunday night or early Monday morning, I'll send you another email that has the new link and the new password for the training room for next week. And I'll continue to send you the Concierge Trade Alerts. Now, they come out typically right before 9 p.m. Eastern. You get 8 markets, 2 trades per market. The markets I send out are the S&P, the Dow, bonds, NASDAQ, soybeans, Russell, crude oil, and number 8 is gold. Okay? As soon as you get the alerts, they are tradable if they trigger. And in the classes, I teach you what that means when they trigger, how to deal with it, how to trade it. I'm going to send you, if tonight, for instance, or tomorrow morning, you were to decide to get signed up, I would go ahead and just send you all the trades from this past week, plus the link to get in the morning and the password. And then Sunday night, you'll get the fresh link, the fresh password, and you'll get 5 days of alerts next week. Okay? And at the end of your 5-day trial, it just stops. And if you want to continue, then you have to call us and say, hey guys, I enjoyed that trial. What you got going on a special for a person that wants to become a subscriber? And we'll tell you what the special is, and we get you all signed up in about 5 minutes, and bang, you're a client. Okay? But again, no automatic rollover. I'm amazed at how many people, it was like a study in human psychology, because as soon as I removed that barrier, whammo, we just got buried, and we're still trying to dig our way out. So if you've signed up, but you haven't got the alerts, do this. Go look in your promotions folder, your bulk folder, your spam folder, even your trash folder. The email address that it's sent from is support@cfrn.net. I might have sent it from my D. Reeves account. So it might come from dreeves@cfrn.net. So search for them both, find it, and then mark the email as very important. And then all of our emails will always come right up to the very top of your inbox when you search, okay? Add support@cfrn.net and dreeves@cfrn.net to your contact list. So critical, so important. Save you a ton of headaches and heartbreak when you're excited and you're anxious and you want to get trading, and gosh, it's almost time for the open. They should be here by now. They should be here by now. Chances are they are there by now. You just got to find them. Once you find them, you can then instruct your email client henceforth to put them in your inbox. Okay? All right. So let's get through these. Now, last night on the S&P 500 E-mini. Now, when I say last night, it's late Thursday night. I'm talking about Wednesday night. We sent the alerts out at 8:50 p.m. These are half-hour candles, so I'm going to drop a line at 9 p.m., which is 2100 hours right there. I already did it. Sell $25.99. Dropped 5 points. That works out to be $250 per contract available. Okay. Now you also notice that this no longer says last week's zones, because tonight during the partners meeting I updated this page. So the zones you see now are the current zones for this week. Is there a possibility that we could go up to the highest weekly trading zone? Anything's possible. Now, we're not in the business of predicting and being prophets. We just trade whatever's in front of us with the wisdom God gave us. That's all. From here to here, zone to zone, here to here. We went from 2239 to 2252. So that would be 13. Is that right? It's been a long day. I'm tired. 2252 minus 39. Really? 52 minus 13. How hard is that? Apparently, pretty hard. It's not 39 points. 52 minus 39. It's 13 points. Gems, crickets. But, as you can see, on this move, which started on the Globex Open Sunday night, we opened at 2240.75. So that's like 2 points off of that low. So shave 2 points off of the 13, you got 11. Now, our goal is 2 points a day in the S&P. On a 5-day week, that's 10 points. This move gave you 11 plus. Okay. The move back down gave you 13 plus. And then the move back up gave you how many? 13. Except we came within a couple ticks of hitting the zone. Now, I bring this up because some of our traders simply trade the zones. If you go out on Google and you Google CFRN weekly trading zones, you can find articles and charts going back to December 14th of 2009. Okay? You'll find articles in the body of the Google search page, and up at the top, if you click the Images tab, you'll see a bunch of charts that Google, in their infinite kindness, chose to archive for us. Plus, you can find them on our blog, which goes all the way back to that day and further. Our blog goes all the way back to 2005 when we first started CFRN. So then price consolidates at the zone and goes to the next zone. Okay. So now it's going from 53 to 64. So that's 11 points. Now over here, I guess I failed to say that while we made this move up, we also made the move back down, and then we also made the move back up. and then we consolidated. Then we made the move from zone to zone, and then market made several attempts to break down, but couldn't quite do it. And so here on this move, man, we came within a tick. And then what did it do? Went right up to the zone. Now it's been stuck there for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. So trading's not easy, but it can be simple. So from 53 to 64, that's 11 down almost, and then 11 up. And then we've been consolidating for a long time in this zone. See all this consolidation in that, kind of 1 point area? That's a bit of a big deal. So you can see why some partners have chosen to make trading even simpler by just trading the zones. Okay? For us, trading is a means to an end. It's not an end unto itself. We don't do this because we want to stare at charts all day. We do this to create the income necessary to follow the passions and dreams that God placed in our heart when He created us. Okay? All right, that's the S&P. No long trigger, but we did get a nice short trigger, good for 5 points. Okay, next is the Dow. On the Dow, we said consider selling 19,835. Okay? Based on how I teach you to place your stop, there was no danger of being stopped out. Went from 19,835 down to a swing low of 19,733. 49 points times $5 per point equals $245 per contract available. Okay? Now, we never get out at the exact swing high or the exact swing low. Why? Because we trail our stop. And when you trail your stop, that means at some point price is going to pull back and it's going to stop you out. Okay? We have many videos at emini.cfrn.net where we've done these recaps standalone over and over for years, and also each day part of the radio show Michael does a recap of every trade that we did that day in the live training room, and then I do a recap of every trade that was emailed out to partners the night before, and they may or may not have taken any particular trade. Some partners will trade any market that's setting up. They don't care. They're not particular. Other traders only want to trade the Russell and the S&P or crude and gold. And so you can be as specific as you want. You can make the market come to you. You can establish all kinds of parameters that the market must obey before you take the trade. I would say your best bet in the beginning is just stick to the rules. Okay? If you can do that, you'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Okay? And so, if you sold 835, it got down to a swing low of 733, 49 points, $245 per contract available. Now you see how price came back and tried to test the important area. Didn't quite make it back up, so we did not get a second trade set up on the Dow. Next is 30-year Treasury bonds. while I personally like treasury bonds, you've heard me say an awful lot lately that I don't think it's the wisest trade for a new trader to be taking. Why? Well, because at 31.25 per tick, an 8-tick drawdown on the first trade of the day can put you in a sour frame of mind. So perhaps you should go with a trade that is more user-friendly. Okay, so on the bonds last night, we said be a buyer at 151.12, be a seller at 152.20. Okay, 151.12. We got up to a swing high. Well, by the time we reached 2 o'clock, we were trading up at a high 363. So that's 363. 10. 151.12. To 151.18. That's 6 points times 31.25 per point. $180 per contract. Okay. 151.12 up to swing high 157.22. $152.22. Okay, so from 151.12 to 152.12, that's $1,000 per contract. $31.25 per tick, 32 ticks to a point. Okay. Now, if you held through this pullback, it went even higher. We have a rule of thumb that says anytime you make $1,000 per contract in one instrument in one day, just take your money and go away. Okay. Reason is the rubber band only stretches so far. At some point, price is going to revert to the mean. Okay. So if you weathered the drawdown, yes, you were able to tack on a few more points. You were able to get up to 153. So more grooming. Okay. We're just going to leave it at 1,000 a contract. That's good enough for me. All right, on the NQ, let's do this thing. I promised you we'd get through early. Oh, me. All right. The alert said buy 49.37. You see it? Buy 49.37. Sell 45.27. Wait, that's not right. Sell 49.27. 49.27. There we go. I've been in this chair since 6:30 this morning. Not bragging. Just saying. So sell 49.27. So there was actually some two-sided action on this. Let's see. 49.27. Is that it? Okay. So, not much else to say. If you were selling 49.27, sell 49.27. Okay. Get a swing low here of 21.50. So that's 6.5 points. $6.5 times $20 per point. So that's roughly $120 per contract. And then over here we got down to 20.50. So that's another, oh, wait a minute. If the low of this was 21.50, that's 6.5. We'll just call it another 6.5. Obviously, one's 5.5 and the other one's 6.5, or one's 6.5, the other's 7.5. I'm tired. It has been such a long day. I'm not going to wrestle over. I'm not going to arm wrestle you over a point. So if it was 7 points, round it down, $140 per contract. But you didn't get it all, because when price pulled back, that's when you guys stopped out. Okay, soybeans. We said to buy 10.06, ran up 8 points, paid, oh, that was yesterday. That was yesterday, wasn't it? No, hang on. January 5th. Just today. All right. So today's the 5th. And on the night of the 4th, last night, at 2100 hours. We said by 10:06. 10:06 ran up 8 points, $50 per point, $400 per contract available. Okay. Russell. We said last night to buy 1370. Put in a swing high up at 88.80. When I measured it, we had done 17 points at $50 per point. So it was $850 per contract available. Okay. And on crude oil, back to my 30-minute chart. To buy 53 and a quarter, went up to 800, and went up to 870. Okay, short side said to be short 5260. I'm sorry, 5290. And we know that that required too much risk. If you go through the training with me, you know where to put your stop loss, how to trail your stop, how to position your target. And so this was a walk away. Now, if you did not have training and you just took the trade, you would have gotten stopped out. Okay. That's why the training is so important. That's why if you sign up for the trial, I will send you Monday's training class and I will send you today's training class. And then you will attend personally Monday's training class at 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we do 8 markets a day, and the only one we haven't done yet is gold. So let's go do gold, and we'll be done. Okay? I'll get rid of these because those aren't really that important for what we're doing right now. Only when you're calculating your exit. Okay. So last night I sent the alerts out at 2100 hours. Right there. By 1174 on goal. GGC 7 by 1174. The first move up was good for $560 per contract available. Important prices, important areas are almost always tested. So we come back, we trigger a second time, we run up $1,000 per contract available, and there was some left on the table for the next guy. And if you use the rule of thumb to get out, that was probably your best bet. If you use the indicator set to tell you when to get out, I'll show you how that looks. CFRN, come on, we're almost done. This long day is almost over. Indicators, CFRN. But you know, I'm not complaining. Man, I am so thankful that I have work, that I have you to hang out with. Okay, if you're using the indicators to tell you when to exit the trade, it's a bullish trade. You buy 1174 when the step line gets on the south side of the MA1. and price then closes red below the MA1. Actually, I think his exit was here. Not after all the sting. So here's the long and the short of it. You could have made $1,700 per contract. The market made that much available. But if you use the indicator set to pinpoint your exit, then you left $400 on the table, or no, $300 on the table. You got out at the close of this red candle, and that left $300 on the table. Okay, so that's it. Gold, great day. Got us good. Crude oil, great day. Russell, great day. Oh, what is this? Oh, you know what? I gave you the numbers for the previous day. Well, let's see, 7 Russell. Sell 1381. First we got to get our line. 2100. Okay. Okay. All right. So the Russell we wanted to sell 1381. So that's going to be right here. So, sell 1381. Okay. Price dropped all the way down to 1383.40. Not right. Swing low. $1361.40. So let's round it up and call it 1362. 1362. Okay. All right. So now take 81 minus 62. 81 minus 62 equals 19. So 19 times $50 per point is $950 per contract. Per contract available. Okay. This trigger came at 9:30, right on the Wall Street Open. So during the first half hour of trading, we triggered, pulled back, and then we took the dive. And so there was plenty of volume, plenty of participation. Whether you're a 1 contract trader or a 20 contract trader, you had no problem. It took 2.5 hours to go from 81 to 62. So 81 minus 62 equals 19. Right. Just want to make sure this is right. 19 times 50 equals 950. Something, just I had a sneaking suspicion something was amiss, but I was right for once. Okay, if you have any questions, email me support@cfrn.net. If you want to call, 949-42-EMINI. If you get the voicemail, I promise you, if you leave a message, somebody will call you back, myself or Michael. If you want to request a specific one, just say, hey, this is so-and-so calling from Michael. Michael, when you get a chance, will you please call me back? Same thing if it's for me you want to speak with, it'll do that. All right? If you just keep calling, getting voicemail, and hanging up, it'll become very frustrating for you and for us, because we really want to speak to you. We really want to answer your questions. We really want to help you. If you don't leave a message, we can't do it. And most of our waking hours are either teaching, doing radio, on the phone, or something work related. Just ask our families. They'll tell you where we spend most of our time. And they say things like, Daddy, don't you love us? And I say, God, son, don't you understand? I'm doing this for you. And my 9-year-old daughter with eyes filled with innocence goes, well, it doesn't feel like it. I'd rather you spent time with me. And then you try to explain, well, there's college and there's all these other things. And you want to be able to provide the things that you didn't have when you were a child. When I was in high school, I worked 40 hours a week. I bought my own clothes to go to school. I'm not complaining about that. I was happy to do it. I was happy to take that burden off my family and to give my idle hands, something positive to do, so I didn't get into as much trouble. So, man, it's a tough one. You want to do the right thing, but sometimes the right thing comes back to bite you, but don't let it, because the right thing is the right thing. Why do you do the right thing? Because it's the right thing. So if you're ever not sure what to do, ask the man who created you, Father of the heavens and the universe. Just say, Dad, what'd you create me for? What do you want me to do right now? I'm supposed to be sending out a newsletter to the subscribers. I'm supposed to be in a training session. I'm supposed to be... My son just asked me to go play a game of catch with him. What should I do, God? Heavy stuff. All right, enough heavy stuff. Have a good night. Sleep well. Love you all. If you sign up tonight, I'll see you in the live training room tomorrow morning. Okay? Answer all your questions. Get you set up with the indicators. Now, when it comes to downloading the demo platform and installing the indicators, you can call another number, 866-928-3310. They're very professional. They'll answer the phone call on the first or second ring, and they'll be pleasant and cheerful, and they will help you get that platform set up. You'll be under no obligation to choose them as your broker. I can't see why you wouldn't, because we've used them for so many years and they've been nothing but good to us. They use the CFRN indicator set, and they have managed to be profitable year in and year out. So, go figure. All right. That's it. I'm done. See you in the morning. Take care.